Alright, hello everyone, welcome to New TV. Like many of you, I'm a huge ESO fan, and I've been on YouTube non-stop watching just about every major content creator give their take on the ESO 2026 reveal. Opinions are flying everywhere. Some people are hyped, others are skeptical, and a lot of players are asking the same question. Is now a good time to come back to ESO after what was honestly a disastrous 2025? Now, everyone has their opinions, but let's be real for a moment. 2025 didn't kill ESO. The game is not dead, but there's no denying it was a rough year. Player confidence dropped, constant content felt stale, systems felt tired, and many longtime players straight up walked away. Decline fits far better than dying, but decline is still dangerous for a live MMO. Now we are heading into 2026, and during the recent live stream reveal, the developers made a lot of promises, really big promises. By now, you probably heard every major content creator break down every feature, every bullet point, and every slide. What's good, what's bad, what's hype, and what's supposedly going to save the game. But in this video, I'm not going to go through every single little detail. Instead, I want to focus on the most important changes that actually matter, the core problems and red flags people are ignoring, and most importantly, what should realistically we all expect. Make no mistake, Sauce has to make changes. They cannot afford another down year. Another 2025 world seriously damage ESO long term. So let's separate facts from fiction, hype from reality, and talk honestly about whether their 2026 changes are enough to win players back or break what trust is left. Let's get into it. Crossplay. Let's start with crossplay. This was mentioned for the first time ever, and it immediately grabbed attention across every platform, console players, PC players, everyone, and there's a reason for that. Why is crossplay such a big deal? Because it's 2026. If the MMO genre wants to survive into the next generation, crossplay is no longer optional, it's mandatory. The old mindset of console versus console, or hey, I can't play with you, Bob, unless you buy my system, is dead. This isn't about competition anymore, it's about survival. Every major gaming ecosystem is moving towards cross platform play. Games that don't adapt get left behind. Simple as that. Even Nintendo, a company famous for sticking hard to its traditional business model, has realized that change is necessary. When even Nintendo understands this, that tells you everything. For ESO, this is a huge win. If Sauce can actually pull this off, and that's the key phrase, if they pull it off, crossplay alone could stabilize the player population in a big way. Even with ESO still having serious issues to fix, this move helps keep casual players, questers, farmers, and long-term PvE grinders around for years. It won't fix everything, of course, but it buys ESO time, and right now, time is exactly what this game needs. The Battle Passes. Next up is the Battle Passes. I'm not going to lie. When I first heard Battle Pass, my immediate reaction was, cash grab, here we go. And honestly, the reaction was fair. But once the details were clarified, the situation changed. The battle passes are purely cosmetics, meaning skins, costumes, mounts, glowing effects, housing decorations, nothing that affects player power, progression, or combat performance. So for me personally, I don't care. I never played ESO for cosmetics to begin with. I already have more outfits and skins than I ever use just from playing the game. Housing and glitter effects do nothing for me. I'm an endgame focused player. But here's the reality. The majority of ESO players base, easily 90% of more, are casual players. They love the lore, questing, farming, housing, collecting everything, and turning ESO into a second life. Completionist hordes will happily spend money on cosmetics and they enjoy doing it. And that's a good thing. It's a win for Sauce because it creates consistent revenue, and it's a win for endgame players like myself because of what it enables. As long as you own the ESO base game, all new gameplay content, trials, dungeons, arenas, zones, and overland content is free for everyone. That is huge. I personally paid for every expansion and major content drop over the last 10 years, so shifting monetization towards optional cosmetics instead of looking real content behind paywalls is one of the biggest positive changes in the entire reveal. If cosmetics funds the game and keep gameplay content free, I'm fine with that. Combat issues. Now let's talk about combat and let's not be naive about this. Promises to fix combat bugs, lags, and skill reliability have been part of ESO since the beginning of time. This is not new. We heard the same promises year after year, and realistically, the pattern never changes. We get temporary band-aid fixes, minor class tuning, and just enough tweaks to make it feel like progress when in reality, skills still fail to fire, hits still don't register correctly, and lag still decides fights instead of true player skills. As for servers, remember this. Back in 2015, Sauce told us they were working on the servers. They said that every single year since. Now it's 2026. And when you look at performance, especially in PvP and large scale content, are the servers impressive? No, not really. So let's be realistic. Combat issues aren't suddenly disappearing. They may change shape, they may get temporarily masked, but they're not getting fundamentally better. Anyone expecting a miracle fix is setting themselves up for disappointment. PvP, the forgotten pillar, which brings us to PvP. PvP in ESO has become a sad soap opera. This game launched with PvP as a core pillar, yet it hasn't received meaningful endgame level PvP content in over a decade. This year alone, subclassing and the current meta destroyed what little game diversity PvP had left. Bow builds and gankers have been nerfed into the ground so badly that it feels like you're throwing pebbles at players running full meta brawler setups that make them look invincible. Skill expression has been replaced by stat stacking and face tanking. And what's the new PvP content we gotten? A handful of stale battleground maps. Oh wait a minute, Emperor City? Forgotten. The servers? So abandoned you can't even find the Ninja Turtles anymore. In them, nothing's meaningful is going to improve unless Sauce does two things. 1. Fix class balance to support multiple playstyles, not just brawler metas. 2. Create real PvP endgame content, not recycle maps. And let's be honest about what most likely is going to happen. We'll probably get another battleground map. Sauce will say, look, new PvP content and expect applause. Yay! Nope, don't think so. That's not PvP endgame, and PvP players know it. True PvP players. So the big question, should you come back to ESO? My answer is yes with conditions. If crossplay actually happens and all major gameplay content stays free, meaning trials, dungeons, arenas, overland zones, and PvP, then yes, ESO is worth coming back to. But don't expect any miracles. Don't expect combat to suddenly feel perfect. Don't expect PvP to be reborn overnight. And don't expect 10 years of technical debt to vanish in one update. The healthiest way I would tell anyone to play ESO in 2026 is to treat it like a seasonal or casual chill MMO, not your forever game. Those days are over for ESO. Jump in for new content, play with friends across platforms, enjoy what works, and when it stops being fun, step away and play something else. However, and this is a big however, if Sauce fails to deliver on crossplay or walks back to the promise of free gameplay content, which they're now forced more than ever to do if they want the game to survive, then my advice changes. And at that point, don't even bother. Play a little, enjoy the memories, say your goodbyes, and move on to another game that respects your time and money. ESO has a chance in 2026. Not a guarantee, but a chance. and whether it succeeds or fails depends entirely on results, not promises.